Going out, out. Kerala was settled before. IFC data chapel. Check that. Okay, okay. This is Moses from the Bible. Sacrifice his son. Sorry, Abraham. This time of the Jesus. Since we are having a Thanksgiving march for the king, the king is alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big round of applause?
Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews. That's Latin. Yeah. Always you will find that above the cross. Yeah. Over the cross you find Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews.
People, we admire and we thank you for going out of your way to reach out to the poor, the downtrodden, and the suffering. Your Excellency's recent announcement of financial aid to cancer patients is yet another noble and laudable initiative and speaks volumes of your large-heartedness. We thank once again Your Excellency for your cordial visit.
Quadrangle in the older churches. Yeah. So like a full Bible, episodes from the Bible. So the creation, fall of man, all the old painting. Maybe they must have been retouched. Maybe. So the artist are we can say.
A very good evening to all present here. This is Mrs. Sandhya Fernandez, your anchor for the interactive meet with the Honorable Governor of Goa, Honorable MLA of Aldona constituency, and the Panchayat members of the Aldona constituency.
Sir. Please take your seat.
Incidentally, this is the third parish in the Archdiocese of Goa to be named after the saint, the first being in Old Goa and the second in Kansauli. It is interesting to note that the people of Aldana were so enthusiastic to give Saint Thomas the maximum importance that the two comunidades of Aldana made Saint Thomas a member of the village with the right to receive zone that every Gaonkar is entitled to receive. This church is one of the oldest among the oldest churches in Bardez, Salvador. We are glad to inform you that we have had the privilege of celebrating the 425th anniversary of its foundation in the year 2021. Well, going down memory lane, this church has number 3 wings, where the chapel was built in the year 1591 at Purvapado, a ward in the parish of Aldana. Later, considering the growth of the congregation, the
The concept is that learner front. So he's a learner person. From his speech itself, he very cleverly stated so many things, and I am accepting one of his suggestions. That is, artists are required from Kerala. Then and there, I accept it, and I am prepared to whatever artists from Kerala is required. Of course, Goa and Kerala is concerned.
Shiv Prasad Naik was always helping and doing a lot of work for us. Video of birthdays, it may not be the correct protocol order, but I had to mention him specially. Ashwin De Souza, Sarpanch of Aldana, Angela Martins, Sarpanch of Bastora, Sagar Ramanaik, Sarpanch of Moira, Freddy Fernandez, Sarpanch of Nationala, Leopoldina Fernandez in Norona, Sarpanch of Kumbulpa Olori, Richa Salgaonkar, Sarpanch of Ukasai Palyan Pulola, the Deputy Sarpanch members of various panchayats of Aldana constituency, the panchayat secretaries, press, media, reverend fathers, sisters, headmasters.
Let us pray. O God, who can be human power of subject, grant to your servant, our Governor, Sri V.S. Sridharan, success in the exercise of his high office, so that always revering you and striving to please you, he may constantly secure and preserve the people entrusted to his care the freedom that comes from civil peace. To our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. The Lord be with you. May your mighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. May your grace, I wish you all the blessed.
All facilities are there. And for reading and writing also, that's a good place. But as far as I am concerned, I want to go to the people. Now I am in front of you as an uninvited guest. Nobody invited me. In any of the villages of Goa, ever invite me for any this type of interaction. But I decided to go to every nook and corner of Goa, and I asked our secretary what is to be done. Then on last September 17th, the importance is that our Prime Minister's birthday, 71st birthday. Then I thought about it and I declared that 71 dialysis patients we are going to provide financially. Then 71 organizations also. So 71st birthday, my fund I mean the Governor's Discretionary Fund. The Governor's Discretionary Fund is not subject to see. In 1930s when he undertook the championship of our freedom struggle, I am of course mentioning the freedom struggle of India, except our Goa and Pondicherry area that was under the control of French people. All other areas were controlled by UK, Great Britain. And Great Britain is concerned, our agitation was started by Lokmanya Tilak and others, and then Gandhiji took over the leadership in 1930. Before he was undertaking that task, he travelled throughout India. Every nook and corner, 1 year before becoming the leader of the Congress party, he travelled throughout the India, Assam to Himachal. Then in India he travelled. Then he found that what is the actual situation, pathetic situation of the people. How he abandoned his boat, suit and everything, went in an Andhra Pradesh river while he was washing his face on one side.
डेप्युटी सरपंच, पंच आणि सगळे मान्यवर इथले गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफिसर, समोर बसलेले प्रेस मिडिया आणि माझ्या हलगोलच्या सगळ्या मोगाल भावा आणि भयण्यांनो, आज आमकां बरी एक संधी येयलेली आसा आणि फर्स्ट टायम येयलेली आसा. तशी आमी गव्हर्नमेंटा कडेन वयता, आमी गव्हर्नरा कडेन वयता, पण आज स्वताहून ते आमकां मेळपाक येयलेले आसा. हें आमचें भाग्य म्हणून सजमोवपाचें आमी, कारण ते आमचे कडेन विजीट करपाक येयले. प्रत्येक पंचायती कडेन तुमकां तुमचे प्रॉब्लेम विचारपाक, तुमचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करपाक येयलेले आसा. हांव मन्ना काळजांतल्यान आमच्या हल्दोना मतदारसंघातर्फे सर आपका स्वागत है. तुम्ही म्हाका निवडून दिले झेडपी तुमचें काम करपाक.
And I think today I had occasions to see, not today, yesterday I visited that body constructing area. Honda I visited. Then immediately I thought of making a suggestion. Because Kerala is one of the best tourist centers in India. Goa is one of the best tourist centers in the world. So connection in between Kerala and this Goa, in my mind there was an idea, and I want to talk to Kerala Chief Minister also, and after that our Chief Minister. Bus service, tourist bus service and other things in between these two great states in the field of tourism. And another suggestion, so many suggestions are there. Of course, complaints, genuine complaints presented by our panchayat representatives, people's representatives from panchayat areas. I will look into that aspect. But our MLA knows better than me that under the Constitution of India, Governor can freely act only in two provisions, Article 356 and Article 355. Details I am not going. 356 is, if you want to recommend to dismiss a ministry without consulting the cabinet, I can do that. My own satisfaction is sufficient. 355 also, certain things, declaring certain area disturbed and other things also, without discussing with the cabinet, I can recommend. These are the two provisions in constitution in which a governor can independently act. In all other provisions, the advice of the council is mandated. So that is why, with respect to the special political atmosphere and other things, these two provisions, anyway, I am not going to that purpose, I don't want to move. Then other things are concerned. Of course, our governor's office, Raj Bhavan, not only head of the state. I don't know, press people are here, that's why I am not making any open comment on that. It's if my press friends give justice to me, just like
best wishes on Onam, sir.
So this is one of the oldest churches in Goa. I am very happy to visit here. Spiritually also, people have more faith in this old churches. And, so I also went inside, and priest has given all details. Harmony, for the social harmony of various faiths. Churches also contributing in their own way, especially their prayer and other things. And this is historical also. History is in fact vested in this church. So artistic work and other things. And our chief priest was kind enough to take me to the other parts. So very good things. So I want to come leisurely and enjoy and see and satisfy myself with respect to the artistic nature of people of this. It would speak volumes. So I'm very happy. And, so visiting all temples, mosques and churches. So many churches I visited. So, the concept of Bharat, India, in fact, Anobhadra Kadamo in the Vishaddha. Let noble thoughts come from everywhere. And Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam is the basic thing. So, Goa is a classic example of social harmony between various political groups, various religious groups, and cordial relationship existing in between all those people. So history is for study. And, I am always interested in studying all these things. As a student of that, that is why my visit to this place two ways. One is spiritual importance, secondly historical importance. I am very much thankful to the church authorities for giving me an opportunity to this. Thank you.
So you have been moving about whole state of Goa. What's your experience with this?
So 70% of the villages I covered within 1 year, and remaining 30% within 6 months. So I think under the Constitution of India, and the mandate of the Constitution is by giving supremacy to the people. Who is supreme? People are supreme. Even Supreme Court or governor or whatever protocol, whatever. So the first sentence in the Constitution is that we, the people of India, so they are the owners of this Constitution and our country, and give priority, importance to the people and serve them. Whether governor, minister, MLA or whatever may be, that is the basic thing to be required. That is why I am continuing with my process of visiting villages. As an uninvited guest, I am coming everywhere, but I am getting inspiration out of it. And meeting people, getting inspiration. So I am very happy that 70% of the villages of Goa already I covered. God bless me. That's why other thing. After that, I will publish a book on Goan villages, and I am seriously thinking to write some Goan temples and Goan churches, etc., etc. So these are a classic example to be given to the other part of the country also. Because in Kankona I visited one temple. That temple, 9 months Brahmins are conducting puja in the main diet, before the main diet. And 3 months scheduled caste people or scheduled tribe people are doing it. Both are cooperating. That is an antithesis to the thesis that the thesis always is that this untouchability and other things are there. Even people are not permitted to enter the temple because of the caste discrimination and other things. There is an antithesis I had occasion to see. So I will try my level best to tell the people outside Goa also regarding this aspect. And this is a golden opportunity given to me by God, and I am praying God for giving me more opportunity.
So Onam festival greetings. Best wishes.
Best wishes for Onam festival, sir.
Onam is considered as a national festival in Kerala. All people are participating, especially Christians also participating in the Onam. Even though it is a festival of agricultural operations are over, and it's we are enjoying the agricultural crops and other things, and the new era and concept of Onam is also all are equal. Equality declared by Mahabali. That is a concept also. That is an Onam festival. I wish all the best for almost all Malayali people in the world. They are not confined to Kerala alone. Throughout the world you can see, and I wish all of them best wishes.
Thank you, sir.
My vision document had about 12 points, but 5 points which were the most important was about garbage management. And you might have heard every panchayat speak about garbage management. We have a peculiar situation in Aldona Panchayat. Our Sarpanch did express it in many words. We are facing a contempt of court here because we don't have land for MRF facility. Our Sarpanch just took over, but he has already been saddled with the non-performance and delay in setting up MRF facility. We can't set it up because we don't have land. We have requested the government. I would request Your Excellency to help us also to get that land immediately, because else he will be the next Mahatma Gandhi sitting in Agwado or Kolwale jail. Upgradation of infrastructure. This is what I had assured. I made a petition to the government. We didn't have a 108 ambulance and it used to take hours for an ambulance to come. I had the pleasure to say that we got a 108 ambulance station now at the PHC. We are also requested for upgradation of our primary health center. I want to make it a CHC so that it can have better facilities. In fact, I spoke in the assembly so that people don't have to go rushing to Bamboli or go to Mapsa. Those days, you see, earlier days, there were people who were idle and they were available at home. They were large families. Today, we are nuclear families. Everybody goes to work, children go to schools, and it's not possible to spare someone to be with someone at the bedside for days together. If it's here in Aldana, at the PHC, which will become probably a higher elevated status, we can have people coming here, being here, going in shifts and rotating so that one doesn't have to go so far away. So that is one of the things which I would request, that upgradation of our health center. Employment and empowerment. As far as possible, I'm trying to see non-polluting industries which we can bring. If Your Excellency knows anyone who is willing, we will provide them whatever relevant support is required. Our panchayats are ever ready and willing, because as long as our youth get employment, until I can't say that everyone gets a government job, and it's false to keep promising this, but at least they can be there in the stopgap and go later on. And all my other friends gathered here today, and also my young friends. It's the first time that we have the governor visiting this constituency. Any governor, whether as a friend or not as a friend, I applaud Sridharan Pillai for having come here all the way, visiting village by village. Because don't forget, India is in the villages. So a big hand to our governor. I'm going to now address our Governor Pillai as Dr. Pillai. And I'm going to tell you why. In Goa, lawyers are called doctors. And in Facebook, very often many people kept on saying doctor to me, and people were asking me, when you became a doctor? So I had to tell them lawyers are called doctors. And that Sridharan Pillai, our governor, is a lawyer. He has also been Assistant Solicitor General of India, practicing in the High Court in Kerala. A very reputed lawyer, and he is married to Rita. Now, I was going to make this statement, but in the church he happened to mention to me, no, she is also a Hindu. Because we have Saint Rita in Karona. So anyway, we will call him and his wife for Saint Rita's feast. And our governor is a very erudite personality. Sometimes you see, I will tell you very honestly, of not talking politically, but sometimes governments, the central government picks up their persons and just appoint someone to give him some place, maybe some post-retirement. But our governor, which we have got over here, is such a distinguished personality that with my interaction with him, I have seen how he communicates. He's not just a constitutional authority, but he's a human being at heart. And that is why you have seen him presenting the checks to the dialysis patients. He has gone around seeing people's problems and woes. And I have also seen him perform his duties as a constitutional authority and also speak to him, what I call off the record. And he will tell you his heart, his mind, which is truly a genuine person who is concerned about the common man. And that is why he's taken up this journey across our state, our little tiny state, to hear the grievances of the people and to try to resolve issues as many as possible. But there's one more thing which I would like to tell you about him. He is an erudite writer. He has written books on religion, on law, on politics.
Yes.